Alright, sound balancing is good, video looks good, you'd almost think I knew what I was doing. Which is not what's about to happen here, as I get started with my first actual game, The Fallen Enchantress Legendary Heroes. There's a faction designer, there's a sovereign designer, there's lots of other things and ways you can design things, and that's probably beyond the scope of what I'm going to be doing here. Otherwise, I'd just spend too much time looking at all the available options and end up not really accomplishing a whole lot of anything. We'll just dive into the game face first. This is Queen Persephone. This was the character we played during the tutorial. See that these characters have abilities. They've got unique equipment. They got a unique improvement. Not exactly sure who I want to end up being, although, you know, like I said, I did read that instruction manual. I think, the Kulan, the Empire of Umber looked pretty cool. The Urksen are the first and most numerous of all fallen tribes. There are many who believe that the great migrations of the Urksen tribes in the last millennium, their journey north, their shift in loyalties from Kurgan to Ilosa, the Lady Umber, was the single most important factor in the Emperor's downfall. Ha. Perhaps it's a failing, you know what, never mind. I do have, like, my language settings set from English to Japanese on my computer, so perhaps it's because of that. We got Urksen Blood, Death Apprentice, Heir Disciple, Might, Discipline, and Cruel. +5 Unrest in all cities, but a +1 physical attack bonus, alright. So my people will be more bitchy, the way it is. We've got Assassin's Tools. Ooh. Cool. Master Scouts, who have no penalties for movement. They're warriors, and Masterwork Chainmail. Alright. Urksen Blood provides +2 attack when in an army of 5 or larger. This unit receives double the normal swarm bonuses. It's either this or I thought General Cowardice looked pretty cool. Mancer Blood giving +1 moves there I thought was pretty interesting. But I figure I'll just stick with this. He was the one who caught my eye the greatest. And I'm not going to bother creating my character. So where am I? These are all the default options, I guess? I hadn't changed anything. Take me here, and we'll see what happens. Typical intelligence of opponents? Let's not be a casual here. Let's do normal difficulty. I'm an experienced player. It's not using its best algorithms. So challenging gets no bonuses and is using its best algorithms. And then you should probably see someone about this. Alright. And further up there, they get all those bonuses. We'll play on normal difficulty. What's beginner do? And then novice? Yeah, let's do normal. I don't feel like changing any of these other things. I'm sure they're perfectly fine. All 4 victory conditions enabled. Don't feel like customizing opponents. Let's go!
You do not know who or what you are. Your earliest memories are of Calibathon and the great laboratories of Morrigan the Mad, deep in the caverns of this world. There are some who say you were made there, that you are not truly fallen as you appear, but a creature forged of equal parts man and Urksen warrior. For centuries, you lived in that darkness, apprenticed to the Mad Emperor, serving as his assistant in all matters of necromancy and science. When Morrigan died, you made your way to Syndrome, where you served the Lady Umber until she perished in the Cataclysm. Now you seek to raise an empire of your own.
Maybe I'll do just that. The Empire of Umber, with some traits. Woo, traits! Spiffy. Alright, my starting group here consists of a Naja-born, Kulon himself, and a militia unit. I have no idea what the hell you are. You got a spear and some basic equipment, I guess, and you have a vial of poison. Melee attacks also do 3 poison damage per round to the victim. Okay. And then I have a militia unit here. Let me take a look at you. You have a club. Alright, good work, militia man. You're doing a good job. Possible city locations to settle. Okay, so it looks like, for best possible spots, we'd have a 5-3-1 here, or a 4-3-2. Well, I think I'm going to go with the extra food grain over the extra essence babob doohickey majigger. Yeah, probably just go with that then. And I will settle the city here. Besides, it's by that river. Yeah. Settle. An empire is formed. You watch as your flag, the flag of the Umber, flutters in the wind, high above the simple huts of Syndrome. It is a beginning, this place, the new capital of the Empire of Umber. But you turn away all congratulations. You will be satisfied only when the flag of the Umber flies over all lands, east and west alike, when the sight of it and the sound of your name causes both men and fallen to tremble in fear. We have a nefarious aura, we admit, perhaps because we are one of the fallen? My city is asleep, because I'm not doing anything with it. Let's see if we can build anything of excitement. A cleric who increases unrest by 5 and adds 2 fame. A merchant who gives extra Gildar. Looks like we're not making much in the way of Gildar. Tower of Dominion negates the unrest penalty for the amount of cities in your empire. Okay, allowed 1 per faction. Why don't we turn the tax rate down to low? Instead of it being at normal, like the tutorial had us with. That way, construction rates can be increased here a bit. I don't think I need anything to increase my... I don't think I need to increase my zone of control immediately. Okay. Instead, we'll focus with... We got some unrest here, and it's partly because of our faction-wide unrest. So, I would also like to resolve the Gildar problem, because I am losing money. Why don't we do a merchant? And then, maybe we can do one of these scout people. Yeah. Okay. Now... medium, huh? Versus my weak army? A little disconcerting. We should probably try to avoid him. But who knows, maybe I can take him. You find an item in the wagon's remains. A frantic ember dances within the confines of the bottle, waiting to be freed. Remove the cork to do 16 fire damage to the target. Do I have spells that I could end up casting? All units trained in this city are +1 initiative per essence. Ooh. +1 mana per essence in the enchanted city. Reduces unrest in the city by 10. City produces 2 Gildar per essence. Okay. Oh yeah, we can probably... Yeah, we'll beat these people down. There we go. That'll really get them going for sure. With a whopping unrest of only 6 now, we tell them to get wrecked. It doesn't look like I lose any mana per turn from that. Which is splendid. We should also probably start researching something now. Just took a while for that to load. Let's see, I have one of these shards within my borders, so I guess I can go after that. Why don't we do civics and then shard harvest? There's no way to conveniently queue like that. Fine. Let's just do civics. What's so special about you, Butcher Man? When this unit kills a victim, it adds another member to its group to a maximum of 6 units. Maybe I shouldn't have the, Perhaps I shouldn't even have the militia unit around with me then. I also am considering maybe I need to keep a defensive unit in this city. I'm sure we'll be fine, right? Let's ignore this guy. If he attacks me, then he attacks me. We'll go perhaps get ourselves a quest. Now within our zone control, click on it to attempt to build on it. Well, obviously I can't. Domestic events. Oh, that's just that. Looks like a unit's just going to be kind there and leave us alone, I guess, until the zone of control expands and completely ruptures that. You run into a noblewoman who requests that you escort his daughter back to his estate. He promises a valuable item as his reward. What do you say? Sure. Escort the noblewoman home. Ooh, looks like there's a road. I can make use out of this. Go on, then. Alright. Turn us up. Units moving around here. Let me go ahead and get this item. Alright, well, I don't need to heal right now. Prismatic Potion. Makes the unit immune to physical damage for 3 turns. Okay. Nifty. Our merchant's done. That should hopefully fix this whole money problem thing we've got going. Or so I can dream. Afterwards, I guess build a monument. And you... I'm not really looking to engage in that quest. Let's just utilize the road here. It says it's a strong quest. I think it's a bit beyond me then. Ooh. You arrive to find bandits camped outside of the estate. Their leader offers you a deal. There's no reason for unpleasantness. Simply give the girl to us, and we will pay you twice what that Let's go and fight. I'm looking to see blood. Looks like the initiative order goes from bottom and then rises to the top. Oh, it's my nausea board who's currently got their turn, though. Let's see here. We've got some bandits. I don't know what kind of one. Looks like they have swords. Or clubs, rather. You got a sword. Ooh, I can spin around like that. Isn't that fancy? It is. It's fancy. Well, perhaps we shall go after them then. We'll see where the road takes us. I can't exactly move that far in a turn, so I'm not looking to get too far ahead of the rest of the group, but I will move here. And pass. Okay, yeah, it is bottom and then reads up. Why don't you move here for me? Kulan? Target has no defense for 3 turns unless they resist. Allied units gain plus 25 to dodge versus range attacks. Target unit gets is plus 3 to initiative. Why don't I use haste on yourself? Alright, looks like their units are grouping up as well so that they can form a unified front against me. So be it. Ooh, throwing knife. Look at you, you little sneak. Alright. Well. They are staying just outside of our reach as well. Okay, okay. We'll move you here. And we'll use this. Ah, and if I... Yeah, strategy. Bam! Get wrecked, son. Now, what can you do? Don't feel like using any of these items. None of the skills reach. I could do a Guardian one, or I could do another haste. My guys do have a fairly decent amount of health. I think I'll just tank this. Alright, and now they move into range. Ah, yes, you out there. Maybe I should have used Guardian Wind. Holy crap. Looks like all these bandits have that. Pretty ugly, except for you. Okay, well, we lived and we learned. You're not really going to be living a whole lot, Najaborn. You just got wrecked. Alright. I want you to move here for me, and then finish him off. Ow. I moved my Guardian right into all of that to get totally gangbang. Okay. Why don't you move here? There we go. Finish him off. I also thought there would be a counterattack mechanic, but that does not appear to be the case. There we go. Still, we managed to finish off the bandits without dying. But we did lose some health. My first real combat. We lived, we loved, we learned. The path you select will determine what traits are available when you gain levels. Choose carefully, as this will be your unit's path for the rest of the game. Let's see here. Kulon seems the kind of type who kind of brute forces these situations, so we're just going to go ahead and make him a warrior. Assassin could also be fitting given all the poisons, though. Proves critical hits and accuracy. After the battle, the family steward emerges and quickly looks the young noblewoman over. He sends the young woman inside before turning to offer you reward. I can pay you 200 Gildar for a bow enchanted to fire flaming arrows. Which would you prefer? -8 initiative. I don't know how valuable that item is. If I get a champion who does range stuff, that could be of use. But, why don't we take the Gildar instead for the time being? And we got some fame, everyone. Woo, fame! Goody goody gumdrops. Allows me to select a champion. We can choose between Miradesi or Rua. You've got death and fire, and my character already has death. Quindar blood. Alright, then we have just water here. I think he has fire already, too. I'm not exactly sure. That definitely provides something different, though. Wraith blood and Lore Master 1. Ooh, +1 research per season. Let's go ahead and choose you, then. And take a look. These are dangerous lands. Death is never far. For a price, Ruha. Oh, okay. Speak of yourself in the third person. I see. No, you. Whatever. Ruha will walk with you. Will bring her dagger to bear where is needed. Death and I, we were becoming good friends. We met here in this very place not long ago. In the ravine there, I came upon a man I knew. His name was Kranyu. He was a simple mill worker, only not so simple as it turns out. Alright. Well, if you folks want to read this in your own time, you certainly can do that. She has, quite a biography. Well, exciting. You have an ice staff. Gifty. You have a spell produces +1 research to the enchanted city. Water apprentice in your Wraith blood. -1 hit point per level. Drain 1 hit point per level from the victim unless they resist with a Wraith touch. And Lore Master 1. +1 research per season. Sounds worthwhile. Yeah. I think that's doubling my research output right now. I think that's a pretty good choice to make. I think I'm actually just going to keep you with the overall group, though. Let's see. Have you journey with everyone. You're working on a scout that'll end up getting finished soon enough. End our turn here. I imagine we recover hit points by just, like, waiting around and resting. With that in mind, maybe you shouldn't be doing a whole lot. Maybe you can go back there. Maybe that'll be a good idea. And Kulan as well, he'll be fine. We'll just get him to eat a mushroom. You know, that might have worked on him as well. I just thought about that. Well, we'll be fine. Ooh. I press a button there and it made him move automatically. Well, allow me to see this. Why don't we equip this on Kulan? That Champion Spear sounds like a great idea for him to have equipped. After all, it doesn't have that painful penalty to initiative. A weak archer army, huh? More archers. Well, suppose I can fight them too. Sure, let's do it. Let us do battle. There's significantly more units than I have, but why don't we get in a position to do something here then? Go after these damn bandits. Banditos. Locate here. And cast that, guys. Oof. Alright. Didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Okay. Dark Candle, Wraith Touch, Slow. Not exactly sure what, I hope that she can just target these things normally and just fine. If I say target this bandit... that finishes him off. Good. There's that bandit archer down there. I got my militia unit here, which took some pain. Looks like there is a counterattack associated here, though. If, you know, that unit lived. Which it didn't. I'm gonna come for you now. I'm not gonna bother with that stupid wolf. Whatever. There's no time for that wolf. Gotta get that archer. And you are going to stand in my way, because of course you are. I might, champion might go down here. My sovereign might go down. It won't count as a game over. It would certainly be aggravating. See if I can free up the militia unit here to help. Ah, close. The archer's like, fuck this shit, I'm out. I see. Well. Let's go ahead and give myself some haste. Fling this bolt all the way down there. Send a militia unit after him as well. Oh, goody! Oh, no! You died! We got wolf pelts, everyone. Woo, wolf pelts. My character leveled up. We have General here that he has access to. I could get him some extra experience points. And Warrior here, we give him some extra hit points. I'll probably be doing that. I think I like the idea of giving him some potential, though. Over the course of the game, and I don't know how long it'll last. Give my character some potential. Yeah. Click in turn. I think my scout finished. It did. Good. So... Scout unit. There you are. But why don't you do exactly as I bid you do and scout for me? We'll use the roads. Let's see here. Oh, you're unhurt. You can go in there. Give me some fame. You can go ahead and equip those, I guess. You didn't have any boots on. See if I can get her to level 2 just by milling about here. The skull cap instills both brilliance and paranoia in who wears it. Alright, well, she seems the type. It looks like this is the closest distance at which we can settle another city. I'd like to continue to follow this road network with her, though. So I shall. It allows for really great scouting. And picking up on good opportunities which exist. Dragon statue there is epic. I'm just going to have you guys go back. Learn warg riding to harvest. Okay. In turn now. Let's see here. Quest here, options, quest options. This is just a weak hut. Sure, why don't you go into this? Looking at you, she says, I admire what you are doing to bring civilization back to the land. To aid you, I have a magical ring that will make your enemies unable to strike you. Unfortunately, I kept the ring in a chest, and the key I lost. But with nearby integrity keys, if you're willing to take some risks. Sure. Find the wolf den. That's the wolf den, huh? Okay, here's the scout. Just have him mill around on the roads here. He has an extra point of sight range, and he has no penalty for moving in various areas, but since the road is here, and I don't think these normal units can utilize opportunities like those, so we'll leave it behind. A lovely road network, to be sure. My city's not that far from it. Hopefully you folks will heal up. Looks like 2 turns until? Okay. New technology researched. Fantastic. We got ourselves some civics now. Now, give me some shard harvesting, please. Kulon of Umber, you have been seen. The cities you build, the armies you raise, Yithril knows all this. Do not think to raise your swords against ours. Do not dream of taking our lands, or the fire of the dragon will consume you. Safe travels, Warlord Virga. A balanced axe, you say? Okay, well, we'll take it. I'll go ahead and move on to that location. I don't know what unit I spotted of his. Maybe something up here? Perhaps something that ran right past me? Oh no, that's probably a count of how many units are in that group, since I've seen people die while standing in those groups. Yeah, that's probably real. That's probably a true statement. Probably. Okay, let's head to the crossroads here. And we can see quite a distance. I love it. Alright. Keep following the very convenient road network, then. Bandit archers, army. Lots of things to encounter. Lots of things. Your settlement has grown a level. Syndrome has grown to level 2. Select what type of settlement this will become. Okay. Devote this city to agriculture and financial pursuits. Towns generate more Gildar than other city types and have access to buildings that boost your entire empire. Devote this city to the military and defense. Fortresses have better production than other city types. Use them to build advanced troops and defend your borders. And devote this city to research and scholarly pursuits. Conclaves generate more research than other city types and have access to buildings that benefit from essence yields. Okay. So this one just gives me a lot of extra research. This one gives me more production and a lot of extra research. Basically means 1 extra research. This one gives a +1 level for trained units and an extra point of production. This one gives me an extra zone of control and 2 more Gildar. I think I'll go with a town, I guess. Sure. I guess cities can level up. How about that? Well, we don't have any unrest. It's pretty nice. I like it. Guess it's due to the fact that we're currently stationed here in this city, so people aren't so bitchy. Alright. Why don't we train up a army of units? Quantity. Alright. Maybe a pioneer to build another city? That'd be pretty far out there. I could definitely get an outpost of some sorts to get that ward rating. Somewhere around there looks like it'd be a good immediate second city site. It's just pretty far away. I'm not used to settling cities out that are so far away from my current location. I think I could do with some extra units, though, to clear around these areas. So let's go ahead and do that. Maybe I'd be better off getting some extra military stuff before I go with unit building, but I'm not. Alright. And perhaps I could increase my tax rate to normal. That puts us at only 4% unrest. I can do that. And then, if I build a bell tower for any of those things, yeah, that'll be good. Alright. Kulana is fully healed up. Let's see here. Let's have her move onto this location. Let's attack the wolves. Holy shit, it's a lot of wolves. What have I done? What have I done? I thought she may be able to have... Well... What did we learn? She didn't need hit points anyway. Oh, it's only a weak quest. She's just 1 unit. Nothing could possibly go wrong, right? No, nothing. Nothing at all. Grimith may have made a mistake. That is a permanent injury for her. She, for the rest of eternity, as far as I'm aware, will have a rotting wound now. I guess I'll probably just make her a governor. -1 hit point per level on top of that? I, might have done some sad things there. I wanted to trade with, Kulan. Here we go. Why don't you take this, and take this, and take this. Equip that, equip that. I think I like that spear over this the very least, I can definitely sell this item. Wolf pelt, which can be sold for a fair bit of coin, and I'll do just that. As for a different item, salted pork. 30 Gildar, huh? Yeah, I also suppose I should have been looking at that readout instead of anything else. Why don't we buy some salted pork? Sure. Okay. Well, that was pretty humbling. Let's see, how long is this video going on? I think that's long enough. We'll go ahead and call this a video here, folks. Syndrome has been founded. We've got a lot of work to do, miles to go before we sleep, yada yada, etc. and so forth.